Hey guys, welcome to this second one. I told you it was going to be back to back, but this second Patreon exclusive video where I talk about things that normally I would try to talk about on my channel, but I know people would probably be like, really? Like, what are you into kind of deal or whatever. And the fact that I know my family also watches at times if they, decide to browse and all that. So anyway, I've decided, you know what, I'm just going to do some of these as Patreon exclusives and see how they go from there. Anyway, to get to the topic with this one, and obviously, as a Patreon exclusive subscriber, as a Patreoner of my channel, that is, you know what the title of the video is. But to give you a little context as to why it's titled like this, you see, a couple months ago, I kind of subtly talked about this. I talked about how, I had respect for the women that did this and how it was similar to Sports Illustrated and stuff. And I'll provide a link in the description if you guys want to check it out yourselves. But what I was really trying to talk about, but in a subtle public way, was, having respect for the women that participate in the video shoots for a place called Club MPV. MPV being short for Mud Puddle Visuals. Mud Puddle Visuals. And it also has a spin-off site called Quicksand Visuals. And it has some other associated sites like Pamela Rose Studios and, stuff like that. It has a Studio 588 or 588, stuff like that. It has associates or spin-off associates that kind of, I guess the forte is to do exactly what MPV is known for doing, but basically really take it in, have fun with it, like Mud Bunny and all that. But yeah, that's what I was trying to subtly talk about in a public way a couple of months ago in my videos. And basically the reason I say I have respect for these women that do this kind of stuff is because of the fact that when you look at what these women are capable of doing, and hold on for a sec. Like I said, the reason I have respect for what these women do is because of the fact that when you think about it, these women are being paid, and I believe they're being handsomely paid, or I would say they're being paid very wealthily, wealthily, if you will. At least they're getting a good paycheck out of it, if you know what I mean. But what these women do sometimes is the video shoots they take, are literally like, it makes you think to yourself, why would they do this? Why would they subject themselves to this? And again, I think it's because of the fact that it's a job. It is a job, and they're getting paid very well for it. And what they do is they do these video shoots, and sometimes they do these little role play dramas or comedies or whatever the case may be, and they just really get into having fun in whatever environment they're involved in, that is mud related or quicksand related or Bleck related, as it's called, MPV Blick, which is BLECK. They're just, obviously you can tell they're having fun with what they're doing. If it's a role play drama, role play comedy, role play exotica, or exotic, or erotic, whatever you want to call it, they're having fun. You can tell that they're having fun. And sometimes the people that are directing them or filming it, they're basically saying, go all out, have fun, do your thing, you have all free range. And you could tell that with some of the video shoots. You could tell that these women are allowed to have free range. And again, when it comes to RP dramas or comedies or whatever the case may be, yeah, they're directed to probably follow the script to a T. And then when it's all said and done, probably with an outtake or behind the scenes deal, or post credit deal that they do at times, because they do that, the woman will show that, hey, nothing really happened, I'm cool and everything. But what really attracted myself and others to this, was the fact that with this video series, that is done by Mud Puddle Visuals and the founder of it, Dave Lebowski or something, I think that's his name, or Lebowski. What they do, what really attracted me, was a majority of the videos. Now, they don't do it for all of them, but a majority of them have the women submerging under the mud or the quicksand or whatever material that they use. Whether it's the mud, what's code named the OC or OC Blick, BLECK, the MPV Blick, whatever it's called. You know, whatever substance they use for the women to kind of do the video shoot, the role playing, the whatever they ask them to do, or the free range that they allow them to do. Basically, what attracted me and others to this, and there are many, believe me, there are many that got attracted to this, was the girls submerging underneath. Now, for a while, basically when the girls would do a video shoot and it would call for them to submerge throughout the video multiple times, and then at the end, most of the time the video would just end with them completely submerged, and that would be it. You wouldn't see no post-credit scene or anything whatsoever. But over time, you got to see some post-credit scenes to where I guess they wanted to just show you that, yeah, the girls are fine, they're okay, nothing happened, stuff like that, they're fine. And sometimes even during the post-credit scenes, the girls would be like, well, let me have a little bit more fun. And they would just keep swimming around the mud, submerging under. They would just have complete fun. And again, this is something that attracted me to it, almost since the beginning, I think. Because I remember when I lived in Kansas, I think that's when I first found out about this, that I ended up getting the VHSs, because that's how long this has been going on. This is how long this guy's been doing this. You know, it's had this company, this little video shoot company, adult video shoot company around. He's been having it around since the dying days of VHS. Because basically what he does is he sells a lot of the videos. He does like a compilation, a themed compilation of DVDs and potentially down the line Blu-rays of a lot of his video shoots with the girls involved, with the girls that he has, helping him out, working with him, doing these shoots involved. And when he first began, they were also released or sold on VHS. And I remember having these VHSs in the past. Now, unfortunately, I had to throw them out due to certain reasons. I live with my mom, and she's a prayer warrior, and Lord, no offense when I say that, but she's very religious, and if she was to find out what those were, out of curiosity, I wouldn't hear the end of it. You know what I mean? So, basically, what I did instead one day, when she was, I think, working, is I took her Blu-ray, her VCR, let me show you for a second what I mean. I took basically this, right here, which was her DVD, a VCR combo. What I did is I took that and then put the VHSs in there, and then because I think it was either this or it was my old ILO recorder. It might have been it was the ILO recorder, because I could tell by the difference. And what I did is I recorded a lot of the material onto a DVD, which I have now. I still have the VHSs that I ordered, but now on DVD, thus I could dispose of the VHSs. It's very similar to how some of us may have certain animes or hentai animes on DVD or Blu-ray, or at least DVD, and we're like, well, I want to keep it, but I don't want to get in trouble, so you have to toss it out or give it away or something. That's kind of what I did here. So basically, that's how long I've been, kind of intrigued by this. But like I said, each DVD set, potentially Blu-ray set, and in the past, VHS set was always themed by what was involved. And again, like I said, what really attracted a lot of us to it was when the girls would submerge. And there were several videos, VHS compilations, DVD compilations, where the girls most of the time would end the video shoot with being completely submerged. And that was fun. That was cool. And that was what really got, if you were a man, really like, woo kind of deal. And then later on, they also implemented another theme to their video shoots, which they also did. I think they would compile together for a set down the line, and that's SAY, which is short for Thinking About You. And mainly what it would be is majority of the girls that would take part in that would basically, talk all dirty, erotic, and all that, if you will. Basically talk very naughty. I'll put it that way. Well, they're basically slowly submerging themselves, sinking down, deeply into the mud or the quicksand or the blick, whatever it was, till the point that, they finally just go completely under, and then that's how the video ends. Now, sometimes the Thinking About You videos wouldn't just end it with like that. I mean, the girls sometimes would do it once, then they'd pop up, then they'd do it again. And then after maybe the second or third time, they would sink completely, submerge completely, and that would be it. And there was one girl that did it. I can't think of her name right now, but she obviously was getting a kick out of it, and she obviously had some kind of fun planned in mind afterwards, because what she did is when she completely submerged under, she sticks her hand out, her arm and her hand out, and does the come hither gesture and points to where she's at, and then she, brings the hand and the arm back down under the mud and all that. So, yeah, they have that now incorporated, and it's like, if that didn't, get your attention, get your blood pumping, if you know what I mean, I don't know what does. But, this is where I talk about, like I said, having respect for these women, because, again, what other women do you know of, no offense, but what other women do you know of that are willing to put themselves through this, for a paycheck, as well as to basically probably get noticed by, let's say, the adult film industry or even Hollywood itself? I'm just saying. But, again, this is why when I did that video a couple of months ago and I subtly talked about it, in a public way, I didn't want to just call out what I was talking about. I didn't want to call out completely because, I have family that watches this at times, watching my videos at times out of curiosity. And, I don't want, word getting back to my mom, if you know what I mean, about what sometimes I watch. Now, I do, just to let you guys know, I do pray to God and to the Lord above, Jesus Christ. And I ask him for forgiveness for what I watch sometimes, because I know it's wrong. But, I'm only human. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect like the Lord above is. So, I pray and I ask for forgiveness because I know what I'm watching is not right. But again, he knows that I'm only human. And it's just something that I go through. But this video series overall, what these women do with this video series overall is like, you basically have to have nothing but respect for them. You have no choice but to have respect for them and what they're willing to do for your enjoyment, for your entertainment. But anyway, though, guys, that's going to do it for this second Patreon exclusive video. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Comment if you like. Support the Patreon. Let your friends know about my Patreon page if they want to support. And I will talk to y'all later.